Well, thank you so much, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm really happy to be here today to discuss my bill, AB 2208, and hear from so many other great leaders from around the country. It's interesting when you get elected, is you never know what you're ultimately going to get excited about. And I get excited to talk about lighting now, and it's pretty cool. It may not be as fun for everyone at a cocktail party, but I'll tell you, the changes that we're making are important, and to be in partnership with so many of you really makes it worthwhile. And as a lot of you know, the state of California has been a leader in the fight against climate change for many years. In 2018, we passed Senate Bill 100, which required most of our state to transition to 100% clean energy or clean electricity by 2045. And we're all well on our way to this goal. And we've attained a third of our electricity from renewable sources in 2021. And so we're kind of ahead of pace, which is a great thing. And recently, you may have heard, we passed SB 253, which is a corporate accountability bill regarding the carbon footprint of corporations, not just whether they recycle in their offices and all that, but their entire supply chain and what kind of impact they have, and to make that information public. So as consumers, as policymakers, we can take action based upon that information. One of the other areas that we're on the forefront of is certainly habitat preservation. In 2020, the governor signed an executive order announcing our goal to achieve 30 by 30, which is an effort to protect 30% of our land and coastal waters by 2030. In fact, I had to introduce the original bill, AB 3030, which was stalled in the legislature, but very grateful to our governor for go ahead and making an executive action. To date, we've managed to conserve 24% of the state's land and 16% of our coastal waters, and we're going to continue to work towards that goal. But despite these advances, California's environmental integrity is still threatened by things like pollution and excessive energy use. And so it's important for us to use our legislative power to phase out the sale and use of obsolete products that have better, more environmentally friendly alternatives. In fact, a couple years back, I passed a bill to phase out those little small conditioner and shampoo bottles in our hotel rooms. Just in California alone, believe it or not, 500 million of those were put in our rooms, in our hotel rooms, and they're not recycled. And so we've been able to phase those out in California. And so along that same trend, I introduced AB 2208, working closely, of course, the National Stewardship Action Council. And we introduced that bill and had it signed into law in 2022. And so the bill establishes a near total prohibition on the sale and distribution of most common fluorescent lamps in the state of California, and it will be implemented in 2 phases. The first will ban the sale of most compact lamps starting in 2024, while the second will expand the ban to linear lamps and pin-based compact lamps in 2025. And integral to AB 2208's success was this large coalition of supporters, which included environmental groups, waste management companies, labor unions, and local governments. And we were especially pleased to receive support from waste management companies and labor unions, which is can be an unusual collaboration, but it stems from a shared concern about fluorescence in the waste stream. And through the state of though the state of California categorizes fluorescents as hazardous waste, consumers still dispose of them in the regular trash. Many of them break, they're processed by waste management services, contaminating solid waste workers, their equipment, their facilities. So it's absolutely, not just about interruption of work, but it's horrible for worker health as well. And so the resulting endorsements demonstrated to my legislative colleagues that AB 2208 wasn't just an important environmental bill, but a critical workplace safety measure. And as Brian was talking about how so many, about mercury, even in the states that don't have mercury policies directly related to mercury, I think policymakers and our constituents understand the dangers of mercury. So I think that can still be used as a very strong talking point and point of leverage to push forward legislation regarding the phasing out of fluorescent light bulbs. And I'm so happy to hear lawmakers in other states have taken this issue to heart, enacted legislation on their own. And I know we're going to hear about some of it, but bills like HB 192 in Hawaii, HB 231161 in Colorado, marked the beginning of a greater nationwide shift of working with California and other states to smarter lighting solutions. So, we know that we currently sit at a critical juncture between 2 possible futures. One where we allow climate change to become an all-consuming, unstoppable force, and one where we come together and work tirelessly to save the planet we call home. Sometimes those big actions matter, but these actions right here are actually big actions. They don't seem like it. When you look at the volume of both consumer and commercial purchase of bulbs, what might seem like a targeted, focused issue actually is a huge step in the right direction for us to take meaningful action on climate change, on the pollution of our water stream, pollution and damage to our community and harm to our workers. And so I was proud to author legislation like AB 2208 that contributes to the fight against climate change and lights the way to a safer and more energy efficient future for all of us. Thank you.